The Demons. Toronto only gets outshot one period. Only get outshot one period. It was 12-11 in period one. Boston scores 2.5 minutes in. It's John Beecher. Is it Beecher? Yeah, John Beecher. He's the fourth line. Scores against the fourth line because Toronto wanted to start heavy and hitting and hitting and hitting. And Ryan Reeves went for a double hit because the guy was already getting hit. He went for a double hit and he knew he made the mistake and ended up being a 2-on-1 and they scored and that sucked. But then Toronto outshots Boston. It says here 13-9 in the second period. Yeah, I believe it. 12-3 in the third. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah. So overall, they outshot him 36-24. Yeah. Only problem is, Swayman makes those saves. Even the ones like in close, like just out front of the paint. The ones where it's like a swooping shot because you're getting rebounds, he's kicking the left pad out, he's kicking the right pad out, he's blockering if it goes in the air. He'll glove it if he wants. He was making all those saves. The only time he didn't make a save is when Dewar was spoiling, Toronto finally scoring when it was already 4-0. It was the fourth line getting retribution of their first shift of the game because it's Reeves and Dewar and Camp working hard down low and Dewar feeding it over to Camp from his backhand. He had body position and Camp shot in the open net. That was awesome. Other than that, Swayman had everything. Okay, there was 2 posts or 3 posts for the Leafs, but there was like 5 to 8 for the Boston Bruins. There was like 4 in the first period. Anyway, Toronto loses 5-1. And you look at the game, and I don't think Toronto played their best. I don't think Boston played their best. But like Toronto stopped Pastrnak from scoring, stopped Marchand from scoring. Sure, Marchand got an assist, but they stopped the big guys, as Boston did to Toronto. But Boston's depth, their lines 1-4, they worked. And Toronto's lines 1-4, the fourth line obviously scored and got scored against, but 1-3, they took penalties. And you can't take penalties against the Boston Bruins. So let's look at this. Brandon Carlo, he scored 5:47 into the second period to make it 2-0. Was it a penalty on a power play? No. Brandon Carlo wouldn't be on the power play. However, there was traffic in front of the net, and it was just after Austin Matthews with that rush, and he gets around Swayman because Swayman comes out for the puck. This is because Austin Matthews outworks Charlie McAvoy. It was great. Then he hits the post, and it literally felt like seconds later, Boston scores and the momentum died. And then power play goal from Jake DeBrusk. This is literally like the same spot that Carlos scored. Carlos slap shot, it went like under the blocker inside the post. DeBrusk, he gets the puck on the sideboards, he swings around, there's traffic in front, and it's under the blocker inside the post. And then Jake DeBrusk scores again, and this is the Marchand pass. He just gets body position in front of the net. I think Benoit might have been in the box for this one. I'm not quite sure. I can't really remember, but this was just at the tail end, like 2 minutes left, 2.5 minutes left of the second period to make it 4-0. Oy vey. But then a minute 39 in the third period, like I said, fourth line out there, they score. And then Trent Frederick fires one and destroys the net cam to make it 5-1. Bruins at the end of the game. What happens this game? Boston, they play heavy. All 4 lines work. The Leafs, they try to play heavy. They got a little bit slashy. They got a little bit carried away with their sticks. Domi with a slash, probably. Like, it's fine when you're getting into it and you're getting involved. He went a little overboard. He got caught. You get caught. Sometimes the Bruins players don't get caught. Sometimes the Leafs players don't get caught. Domi gets caught. And then you got, like, Matthews got a high stick in there, just trying to track the puck. Bertuzzi up from the net, a high stick, and those kind of things where you don't mean to, obviously, but it came back and it got Toronto. Like, Pastrnak didn't even score on the power play, but Toronto was very lethargic out there on the penalty kill, and they just couldn't do it. And they stopped Pasta from frickin' scoring. So overall, I thought 5-on-5, Toronto looked really good. They looked really good. I thought the four lines played all right. Did I want more from Matthews? Sure, but heck, in the first period he was giving it, and I think he gassed up. I thought Marner played all right. Leafs power play's terrible. Boston gets like 5 or more, and Toronto gets 2, and it's just not gonna suffice because your PK is not as good as Boston's power play. So overall, special teams, you give it to Boston. Goaltending, you give it to Boston, and then you lose 5-1 even though you outshoot your opponent by 12 shots. Sure, in the third period, like Boston was already up 4-0, so they kind of sat back, and that's why you got that big lead. But you were outplaying them at times throughout the second period. Like, it was frustrating because you're like, you can win this game, Toronto. You can win this game. Even at 2-0, you can win this game. You can come back 3-0. Maybe you can come back. And then, no. It's gonna, at least Swayman didn't get a shutout. One of the biggest things, though, I think I messaged my dad. I was like, I think William Nylander could eat apart this third line for the Boston Bruins, just purely based on his agility and his speed. He could. Like Nicky Robertson, I love him, but if he might have to move him out. So then Nylander can get in there. Yarncroke, you overplayed him. You overplayed him, Keith. And like Yarncroke's not a power play player as well. Like, he doesn't have the hands. He's one of the workhorses. He's a water bug out there without the puck. Chase. Boom, boom, boom. Crash. Maybe I get a chance and I score. That's it. He's wild with his stick. Even the stick handling. You're putting him on the power play when Domi is on the bench, when Robertson's on the bench. Guys that can actually, carry the puck in. That's who I'd want to carry it in, especially if you're struggling. We missed Willie Nylander, so hopefully he's okay to go Monday. Get him on that third line and let him go. I'm really hoping Bobby McMahon shows up because even though I thought Nyes played fine, I'd want Bobby McMahon with Tavares and Mitch Marner. And then I'll let Willie carry the puck and let Yarncroke and Holmberg dig for it. That's fine. Put Nyes on the fourth line with Kampf, and I guess Reeves did okay, but if not, like, Dewar's fine. Someone. Like, there's enough guys that are going to go. I don't know where Reeves' place is in this game because he gets a handful of good shifts. Like, he almost freaking scored when it was 4-1 to make it 4-2, and wow, that would have been a momentum change. But he only gets, like, those couple moments, and then other than that, where else, especially when you get in penalty trouble, where else is he going to be? Just remember, Leafs fans, Toronto lost 7-2? 7-3? I think it was 7-2 against the Lightning last year in Game 1. They were down 1-0. They won in 6 games. I said they're going to win in 6 games. They can do it. Come on, Toronto. You can do it because you can outplay the Boston Bruins. William Nylander back is going to make a huge difference, in my opinion. Hopefully we can get Bobby McMahon back as well. I don't even care. I'll take Bobby McMahon at 80% because that boy, that beast, that speed, I think it'll be great. There was potential there. What if, that post? If Matthews doesn't hit that post, it's 1-1. But I guess you could have said that about the 4 other posts for Bruins and the 2 others for the Leafs. This one was on an open net, so that was the momentum killer because they went the other way and scored. Comment down below your thoughts on the game. By the way, the defense, I'm fine with the defense. There's the PK. Down 2-0 and goal. Both DeBrusque. That'll get you. Sammy, got to play better. 5 straight losses. They lose game 1 in the playoffs. A couple of games with 5+ goals against. Not the best. Let's hope game 2 is a whole lot better. And Leafs take it. I believe. Go Leafs, go.